Everyone, my name is Ray, and today I'm going to be talking about Marbury versus Madison, one of the most significant Supreme Court cases in American history. This case didn't just shape our government, it set the foundation for how we interpret laws today. So let's take a dive into how our government was different before the case, what made this decision so impactful, and how it still affects our lives today. Marbury versus Madison, the Supreme Court didn't have the power we associate with it today. While the Constitution did create a judicial branch, it didn't clearly state that courts could declare laws unconstitutional. This meant that the legislative and the executive branches operated with little fear of judicial checks. Essentially, the courts could interpret laws, but they couldn't strike them down, leaving Congress and the president with more unchecked power. The case began when William Marbury was appointed as a judge by outgoing President John Adams, but his commission wasn't delivered before Thomas Jefferson took office. Jefferson's Secretary of State, James Madison, refused to deliver it, so Marbury sued. The case landed in front of Chief Justice John Marshall, who ruled that although Marbury had a right to the commission, the Supreme Court couldn't force Madison to deliver it because the law granting that power, the Judiciary Act of 1789, was unconstitutional. This large move established the court's power of judicial review, meaning the Supreme Court could now declare laws passed by Congress as unconstitutional. Madison gave the Supreme Court the ultimate authority to interpret the Constitution. This power shapes almost every major legal issue in America. Cases like Brown versus Board of Education ended school segregation, Miranda versus Arizona established your right to remain silent, and Roe versus Wade set precedents on privacy and reproductive rights. Without judicial review, many of these transformative decisions might never have happened. The courts are now a crucial check on laws passed by Congress and actions taken by the president. Review is essential. I believe one change could bring it into the 21st century, making the Supreme Court's decision-making process more transparent. Today, the court operates largely behind closed doors with no cameras allowed, despite its decisions impacting millions of lives. Including more transparency like live streaming oral arguments or offering detailed explanations of decisions for the public could help Americans better understand and trust the judicial process overall.